I'd like to begin by having everyone close your eyes. Hey, I can see you really close them. Now imagine the last time you were extremely nervous, whether about to give a speech, interview for a job, or even ask someone on a date. What was going through your mind? Were you possibly thinking, I can't do this? I'm gonna say something stupid, get sick, or maybe even pee myself. All I know is I just can't do this. Now open your eyes. Have you ever had this experience before? If so, click that reactions button on your screen and give me a thumbs up. Okay, I can see quite a few of you have been there. Well, the good news is you're not alone. Not only am I right there with you, but I bet some of your favorite actors, athletes, and musicians have all struggled with self-doubt at some point, which proves it's not what thoughts you have that determines your success, but it's what you choose to do with those thoughts. And in life's pinnacle moments, these are the choices that define us. And if you can choose to ignore the lies, you can rise. Contest master, fellow Toastmasters, and any Zoom bombers out there, let me take you back to 2008. I was just a shy 12-year-old boy who finally worked up the courage to ask out his first crush. Let's go for an adventure, I said. But being 12, no car or money, was just a fancy way of saying, let's go for a date. But whilst on our walk, we discovered a construction site with massive sewer pipes. Time to make it an adventure. So imagine this stool, not as a little piece of plastic, but as 20,000 pounds of concrete tubes assembled in a pyramid shape. And also imagine a mischievous young lad willing to do anything to impress this girl. Oh, Jeremy, I bet you can't climb that. Psh, watch me. So like Indiana Jones climbing the Great Pyramids of Giza, I scaled those pipes one by one until I reached the top. Ah, I'm the king of the world. Then boom, a pipe cracked. And within seconds, my childish giddy turned into my darkest hour. I completely shattered my shin on impact, and worse, I was trapped. My left leg was smashed between two of the heaviest pipes you could imagine. So I pulled and pulled, but no luck. I can't do this. I'm not strong enough. A cloud of doubt filled my head. I'm so weak, I'll never get out. So the love of my life, or so I thought at the time, ran to get help, and I was alone, just me and my despairing thoughts. So I cried out to God, why me? And then laid down in defeat. I was nothing, am nothing, and now will always be nothing. After an hour had passed, I was still trapped. Darkness was rapidly approaching, and like the sun, my hopes of freedom were beginning to set. Because my mind was like a broken record. All I could hear was, I can't. But in that moment, I realized if I didn't start to ignore the lies, I could be looking at my leg for the last time. So I began repeating to myself, okay, Jeremy, I am strong enough. I can do it, I will do it. I can do it, I will do it. And this positive reinforcement lit a spark within me. And as I chanted, it grew and grew until it was a full-blown inferno of adrenaline. I am Jeremy Mason. I am strong. I can do it. I can. So in one last valiant effort, I gave everything I had and raised that pipe inch by inch. It was like Velcro slowly tearing as I pulled and scraped my leg against the rough, jagged concrete until one final yank, and I was free. I was able to ignore the lies and rise. Quite literally, rise. I gave everything I had and passed out. I woke up hours later to find myself in the hospital. It turns out I lost so much blood, I was flown there immediately. But that's not the worst part. The worst part is I was flown there, which meant I just spent $4,000 on a helicopter ride and didn't get to enjoy any of it. And on top of that, the girl, she was not impressed. Not at all. Never got a second date. But on the bright side, after all the surgeries, staples, and screws, I was blessed that my scar looks exactly like a shark bite. And if you're confused why that's such a good thing, well, guys, you know what I'm talking about. Shark bite is the best pickup line ever. Okay, jokes aside, on a serious note, I am really blessed because something truly insightful did come out of all of this. And that's now I know how to watch out for the trap. And no, the trap wasn't the unfortunate predicament that I got myself into. No, the trap is right here, inside each and every one of us. It's that inner voice that tries to trick you into believing that you can't do it, that you're not smart enough, strong enough, brave enough, thin enough, pretty enough, or whatever. But I promise you, you're more than enough. And contest or not, with all the uncertainty in the world today, now more than ever is the time to believe in yourself. Because whether it's your job security, finances, health, when it comes to our future, I know the question isn't, will there be doubts? But the question is, what are you going to do about them? Are you going to simply lay down and believe them? Or are you going to ignore the lies and rise? Contest Master.